What do you get when you cross kung fu, zombie demons, and the New York subway? Devil's Express is a 1976 action horror film from director Barry Rosen. The movie opens in 200 BC China. A group of men are preparing to bury something. Whatever it is, it's excited! Just listen to it! They're not going to bother digging a hole. It seems they're just going to dump it into this crater. Probably a bad idea. They put an amulet on the casket and bombs away! Well, that was good enough. No need to fill it in with soil or anything. Surely no one will stumble upon this hundreds of years from now. The lead guy gives them all a sword slap, which makes them spill their ketchup. After killing everyone, he kills himself. After all that, the intro music's probably going to be really ominous. And nope, it's the 70s. It's now 1976 and something is in the subway. At a local dojo, we have some slow martial arts training going on. Just then, oh no.
Not one of the best, Mr. Man. He is the best.
We're gonna have to deal with this guy the whole movie, aren't we?
He wasn't looking where he was going, and he ran his car right into a garbage truck. He tore up his whole front end.
Luke is going for a week's vacation in Hong Kong with his best friend, this guy. While there, he plans to take a test to be a master. I feel like I need a translator for this guy.
He whips out a piece, and he takes the whole pot. Well, at least he tried to take the whole pot. Me and Tom put a showstopper on him and got the bread back.
Oh, stewardess, I speak jive.
Oh, good.
Hong Kong stock footage! The duo arrive at the dojo. Clearly, something is being spoken here that they felt the audience didn't need to know. Luke talking to this guy is like me talking to my 8-year-old.
Don't hand me that. You got an attitude.
I don't have an attitude.
Later that day, this guy's sparring. He's not doing so good. Now it's Sifu Luke's turn. This choreography is giving Godfrey Ho a run for his money. All it's missing is the ninja headbands. Luke goes into the dreaded chicken stance and loses. Oh, I'm sorry, I guess he passed. So now he's a 9th degree black belt. Luke has to travel to find his spirit place somewhere in the woods. Other guy's supposed to watch over Luke while he meditates, but he gets bored and wanders off. While in the woods, the editor has some fun with insert shots. There sure seems to be a lot of American teenagers hanging out in this forbidden forest of mystery. Almost like this isn't Hong Kong at all. Luke comes out of his meditation after a snake almost gets him. Other guy finds the hole in the ground.
Rodan! Rodan, where are you?
He's calling for Rodan. This is Hong Kong, not Japan. Oh, this guy's name is Rodan. 16 minutes into the film when we finally get the name of one of the main characters. Luke finds Rodan, who proves what a loyal, good friend he is.
Weren't you supposed to be watching me?
Look, Luke, you may be better stuff than me when it comes to fighting, but that don't mean you can tell me nothing.
Good grief. Luke should take the rope and leave him there. Wait a minute. Where did he get that rope from? If it was left over from the beginning, I'm sure that would have rotted away in the elements after, 2,000 years? Rodan steals the amulet and climbs out of the cave. They head back, but without the amulet, the demon in the coffin wakes up. Good thing the demon is an accomplished rock climber. The guy's waiting for his boat ride and gets ambushed by the smelly demon. He stows away on the boat and heads to New York. How exactly did this thing know that? A few days later, did they just paint eyeballs on this guy's eyelids? Yes, that's exactly what they did. I feel bad for this actor. He's got to walk around with his eyes closed. I imagine he fell down a lot. He's now walking in the city. Oh, this is dangerous. Okay, we need you to close your eyes and walk into traffic. Everything will be fine, I promise. He makes his way into the subway system. Meanwhile, Calvin got a job. Hey, Calvin. Rodan and now this guy. I swear so many people in this movie have no names. Rodan makes a drug deal out in the open. They then get jumped and robbed. Over at Luke's place. Oh my God, he murdered all those innocent fry guys. Luke is a man about town. This guy checks out the camera. Well, that's enough goodness for today. It's time for bed. The next day at the local bar, Rodan has a lot of choice words for the people who robbed him that would get this channel nuked if I repeated them. These two guys fight over money, and the waitress shows them who's boss. This is an interesting move. Rodan's wearing the amulet. Oh, right. That demon zombie's in the subway. Something happens, which causes him to self-marinate in barbecue and habanero sauce. The gang loads into this like a clown car. Uh-oh, turf war. It's fighting time. This looks impressive. When it's sped up. Everybody in New York, let's kung fu! The other gang sees Rodan's amulet and run for the hills. The cops get a call about a dead body in the subway. The cop thinks this has something to do with gang wars. This guy misses a train and gets eaten. The police are back to check out the body. This cop has a theory.
These were animals that had become mutant. Dogs, cats, rats, alligators, all the throwaways.
Of course! Mutant animals that have been flushed down the toilet. Thanks for that. That idea will make a great movie in 4 years. Was this the National Enquirer? Are inbred mutant puppies in the subway?
Inquiring minds want to know.
I want to know.
Over at the White Men Can't Jump prequel, Rodan and other guy get attacked. They fight for a bit, and then, I guess he was eating hot wings. We just murdered 4 guys. Let's get out of here. This poor rail worker gets beheaded by the zombie monster. Inside the car is this crazy lady. Is that lady die?
How's it going? How are you?
What's this leading to? Oh, this. It's New York in the 70s. Lady's acting like she's never seen a dead body before. The cop goes to see Luke. I guess his name is my man.
Get your facts together before you start accusing me, my man.
Look, God.
He asks for help on the case. Meanwhile, the other cop is pushing the rabid inbred animal thing. Just then, Subway Rapist gets eaten by the Subway Monster. Well, at least something good came out of this. In another part of town, other guy gets killed and the gang goes after Rodan. You know what this needs? Rodan runs into the subway, and oh, thank God, finally! Luke's sad that his idiot friend got cooked. He puts on his best gold lame pants and goes on a gang-killing rampage. Luke captures one of the guys who swears they didn't kill Rodan. The other guy? Oh yeah, they totally killed him, but he doesn't matter. He then takes him to see an elder who explains the amulet. They couldn't find an old guy, so they just dumped a bunch of bad makeup on this guy's face. Looks like they covered his cheeks in mashed potatoes. He explains the amulet was used to kill the demon 200 years ago. The demon doesn't like light, which is why it's hiding out in the subway. Also because it's easier to hide bad makeup in the dark. So now he knows what to do. Luke heads into the subway despite the cops' warnings. He summons the demon and it's fighting time! The demon then sends some people to trick him. It kinda works. He uses the amulet to freeze time. Now he has to square off with Rodan. And he sends in a bunch of trains. Finally, the demon's there in his final form, Sleaze Stack? Now where did he get an iron girder? Luke snaps his neck, which restarts time. Over in the hospital, they couldn't come up with a good ending, so they just spout a bunch of stuff and then, cut.
No more murders, no more demon, and your amulet's on a slow boat to China.
That's funny. That's the title of a song by Cole Porter. George Gershwin, I think.
Devil's Express was one of the many exploitation films from the 70s with a martial arts angle. Movies like Death Promise, Force 4, and Black Belt Jones were trying to mix 2 popular genres together, Kung Fu and blaxploitation. Only with Devil's Express, they added the supernatural angle with the amulet that summoned the zombie demon. Apparently the movie had a very limited distribution, with it only playing in some East Coast grindhouse theaters, often as part of a double feature. With the movie not doing so well, the distributor re-released the film under the new title, Gang Wars, hoping to cash in on the success of the much bigger film, The Warriors. As you would figure, the name change did little to help the film, and it faded into obscurity. The lead in the movie was played by Warhawk Tanzania. He only did 2 movies, this one and Force 4. The movie had very little story. It was mostly Luke and Rodan going somewhere to get into a fight. This made me laugh because there were 5 writers. The old lady on the train had way too much screen time, so I wasn't surprised to find out that she was the cinematographer Paul Glickman's mother. The movie was shot in and around New York, and they did their best to make some of the places look like Hong Kong. Director Barry Rosen did one more film after this, The Yum Yum Girls. And I swear that's not porn. After that, he switched to producing mostly TV shows like Highlander, Police Academy, and The Lost World. Devil's Express is what you would expect from a low-budget martial arts blaxploitation demon zombie movie. It's got bad makeup, blood, guts, and poorly choreographed fight sequences. I'm sure Warhawk and Alfredo, who played Rodan, have some training, but it isn't showcased here very well. Lots of fights in slow motion where the bad guys often wait to be hit. If you want to see a guy in gold lame pants dodge trains while fighting invisible Chinese demons,
Show yourself!
Devil's Express is for you.